Hey everybody, this is Patrick. I wanted to share a few thoughts on some fitness stuff. I want to talk to you today about getting into an exercise habit. And I'm gonna blow your mind with an exercise concept today. And the concept is just do something. Don't confuse that with just do it. But here's what I mean is so many of the people I've interacted with over the years in regards to fitness, personal training, exercise, goal setting, trying to achieve a goal, is most people I've met have what I call a light switch mentality. And it's either off or on. There's no middle ground. Off or on. I'm either going to do it or I'm going to do nothing at all. I've even heard people say, I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. I've heard them say that. And they go, I'm either going to go all out, I've got to be all in, nutrition's got to be locked in, I've got an exercise plan, or I'm not going to do anything. But just hold up a sec. Just think about the logic behind that light switch mentality. Let's say, golly, I don't know. Let's take pick your topic. Let's take typing. We'll just take typing. Do you remember doing keyboarding lessons when you were in middle school? I actually really enjoyed those keyboarding lessons. We would just sit down and type out phrases, and eventually, I can now type without looking. I'm sure as many of you can, which I think is pretty cool. Now, what if on the first day the teacher said, all right, guys, you better have this down or just forget about it. It's no good. That just doesn't make any sense. Like, I had to start out with learning just where my fingers went on the keyboard. And on the keyboards, they have this one letter that has a little bump. Like I think on this keyboard, it's the J and the F. And that's where you kind of feel out and you put I think it's your index fingers. I don't even remember unless I'm just typing, not even thinking about it. And then I had to learn, when I hit a P, I use my pinky. And then when I hit a Q, I use my other pinky. When I hit the space bar, I want to use my thumb. I had to go through all those steps. And we didn't do everything in the world the first day of class. We had class, I think it was twice a week for, I think it was only half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. And we did a little bit. And by the end of that semester, we were doing a lot. There's just a gradual, logical progression. And so when I tell people, who are struggling and getting goals, losing weight or getting stronger or developing bone density or whatever the goal might be, or just trying to become healthier, and they've had a hard time getting an exercise program started, I start out and I say, what if we just forget about that goal for a little bit? And what if we just got you doing something? Could you commit to twice a week for half an hour? And I know many of you out there are probably thinking right now, that's crazy. Like, how are you ever going to develop better bone density or get stronger or lose weight if you're only training twice a week for half an hour? I would agree with you. It's going to be really hard to get those goals. But here's the trick, and this is what I've learned over almost 16 years personal training right now, is most people are not ready for the dump. Day one, let's get after it, let's work hard. But if I get someone just committed, getting in the habit of exercise, even if it's just something almost that feels meaningless, but it's not, guess what? They have then built a habit they can build upon. And, all of those lessons in school in the early days, whether it's typing or writing cursive or whatever, is you start with a little bit, and then you build on that foundation. And before you know it, you've gone from counting, learning what a 0 is, learning what a 1 is, a 2, a 3, learning what that symbol is. You've gone from counting to doing calculus. But you didn't start with calculus on day one. Now, are there exceptions to the rule? Was Einstein or someone else doing calculus on day one? That's totally possible. But for most people, they have to start with let's just do a little bit. Let's lift your shoulders up and let's push them down. Can you take your shoulder blades back? Can you arch your back a little bit? Can you twist? What does that feel like when you twist? Okay, 30 minutes went by and you're done. How do you feel? Well, I feel really good, but it doesn't feel like we did anything. I'm cool with that. Let's see how you do next time. and you just build upon that. But for a lot of folks listening, I'm hoping that this feels like a freeing message for exercise. What if you just did a little bit? Maybe you don't have to train for a 5K. Maybe you don't have to go run for a mile. Maybe you just get out and walk for 10 minutes. Maybe that's what you start with. And just commit to that. Just maybe just 10 minutes. But then slowly, over time, build upon that. And before you know it, you might be working out for an hour, 5 times a week. But you don't have to start there. Start with a little bit. Don't have a light switch mentality. Off or on, all or nothing. There's a lot of in between. And maybe someday you'll get to that point where you're all in. And that will be great. I'll celebrate that with you. And maybe you're not off. Maybe you're just right there, just past off. Maybe think of a dimmer switch on a light. Maybe it's just very dim and you're just doing a little bit. I'm going to celebrate that with you too. So hopefully that's helpful to you. Please subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video, and leave me your comments and feedback. I'd love to hear what you think about this off or on mentality. Do you have an off or on mentality? Has this video helped maybe change your mind? All right, guys, keep working hard. Take care. This is Patrick again. Bye.